What's going on, guys? Kivox and Meekachii here. We're going to be doing our wrap up for January. I'm going to just spoil something right now. I read one book and a half.
I did good. I read like 8 books. I'm proud of myself. I did a lot of mood reading this month. I was just reading whatever I wanted to on a whim.
Like everyone should just do mood reading. That should
I
just
can't
be a
just
thing.
do mood reading. I have TBR jar books, I have wrapped books, and I have book club books, which when I choose the book club book is like a mood.
Did you do TBR books? TBR jar books?
Did I read it? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Anyway.
Sorry, I made a mess.
Legit. I got it all over myself.
Well.
This is why I drink from a straw.
You have a straw.
The cat touched it, so it's lava now.
The cat touched it because you allowed the cat to touch it.
Anyway, we get to use our new books.
We do get to use our beautiful new books. Why do they look different? Because I experimented with both of them.
Mine looks better.
I think yours does look better. This one's yours.
Yeah.
I think it does look cooler. It's a little bit darker and it like looks more like it's gold. The fake gold leaf that I used on it. Only on the front. The back I used the regular paint. This one's painted. This one's mine. It says Kivox at the bottom.
Mine's definitely prettier.
I think yours is nicer.
Frillier.
Yeah, but I didn't want to do all the work for mine too. So it's harder to see, definitely, the numbers on the inside.
Yeah.
But that's just because I painted it. But in real life, it looks good. It looks good there. See, you can see the numbers there.
You gotta try something different.
Look at that. You can see them.
Yeah.
They look good.
I like them. So these are going to be our new book boards.
I think that there's still 2. No, there's only 2. There are only 2 left that are going to be on the shop.
Oh, yeah.
And they are not painted. They're just engraved. So that's it. There's only 2 left. I don't think I'm going to make any more. They're way too much work, and they're way too hard to ship.
We can't sell them at a price point where it's worth the money.
And the time.
Yeah.
So there are 2. We made 5, 7 technically.
Yeah.
So,
we sold 3.
So there's just a couple left. If you guys want to pick one up, feel free. If not, no hard feelings. I don't mind. I'm not stressing out about it.
First book of the year.
Is this the order that you read them?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, I always leave my bookmarks in them after I finish them.
You also always hit the microphone.
Yeah. I did not like this book.
Me neither.
It was so full of tropes. It was so full of tropes.
I didn't read it.
It was very like men versus women, which I'm sick of at this point.
I hate it.
It was very like I'm a teenager, and it was very YA. I think that's the word I'm looking for. I'm just really not steering clear. I am going away from YA like everything pretty much. I find some gems that are good still, but like I can't relate to anything in this book. I was bored out of my mind like 90% of the time. I didn't really care what was going to happen.
Get it? Because there's a board on the cover.
Board. Yeah, here.
You want to just
somewhere.
Okay. Put that somewhere, and
it was about.
Yo,
now
legit.
I'm hitting your mic.
You're hitting all the microphones, bro.
Originally, I gave this like a 2.5.
That would be right there.
I'm gonna give it a 2.
Oh no, hold on. I'll give it to you so you do it straight.
As I thought it was upside down for a second.
That would have been hilarious, dude. You like put it on top of the 2.
Oh no!
Why would you do that?
I can fix it.
Oh my God. Like the first stick of the year. And she almost covers up the entire 2.
It's stuck.
Are you serious?
It's done.
Why would you do that, Meek?
I didn't mean to.
We got to peel this off now. Hit both microphones. Cover up the 2. What else? What's next? What's next with you? What'd you read next?
I read this book. Put it somewhere here.
Okay. What is it called? I can't put it there if I don't know what it's called.
The Foxhole Court. So basically, I think it was Chelsea and Jessica that read this book and were obsessed with it.
It's called The Foxhole
Court. Foxhole is like the name of a sports team. It's like a made-up sport. Don't ask me the name of it.
Foxhole is the made-up sport?
It's the team.
You just said it's a made-up sport.
But the sport is made up.
Okay.
And I can't even.
What is the name of the sport?
I don't remember.
Is it called Foxhole?
No, I don't remember. Someone will tell us in the comments.
You read this book.
I don't know what I read. It was weird. It was a bunch of boys that I didn't care about any of them. They were all misfits and just like. The one thing I can give this book is it was entertaining. They were all just crazy people. Like the instructors were crazy, the boys were like nuts. They were all none of them were very likable characters. I found myself very hard to like connect with the story. It was definitely entertaining. It was like a train wreck watching it, and so it was entertaining in that aspect, but I don't think I'll continue on because I just personally don't really care what happens to these people or what goes on. It was definitely one of those stories where it's like every person in the tale has like this crazy background and all these bad things have happened to them.
Did you give it a 2?
I gave it originally a 3.
But what are you giving it now?
Probably
I don't care what you gave it originally. I care about what you're giving it at this moment.
I definitely liked it better than Iron Widow. I wasn't bored. I can't say that word anymore without
me neither.
laughing.
I can't. It's a broken word for me now.
Are you going to put them all on for me?
I'll put it on for you. Where's it going?
I'm going to give it a 3.
Oh, you are still giving it a 3.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It wasn't bad, but it was definitely weird. It was written kind of like a romance, almost in the sense where like it had that feel to it, but there was no romance at all. It was just crazy plotline. So that's that book. Then another one I was really bummed about. So this was my
The cover's super cool.
Wrapped book.
Yeah, I've wrapped that one for you.
Trail of Lightning. I'm really sad because it was like a Native American lore tale, but like it was strange because it was written almost like it was present day, but I think it was technically in the future a bit. And this main character, I couldn't stand her. I think personally this author is just not it for me.
What'd they write before?
Black Sun.
Yeah, that book sucked.
I just really think that this author is not for me. And a lot of people love this book and a lot of people love that other book. So I think it's a me thing where I just don't jive with the author. I didn't like any of the characters. I didn't like the main character at all. The plot was okay, but I really just kind of wanted it to end because I couldn't stand the characters. So
the cover's so cool though, and the idea is pretty cool with the gods and stuff, but it didn't.
But the way it was told was just like, I don't know.
2.
It was very like this is my crew versus your crew, and like almost like
Twilight
mob style, like
Twilight.
But Twilight did it way better.
The books, the movies were terrible, but the books were really good.
I'm sad because I just really didn't like this book. I gave it a 3, but I'm gonna change it to a 2.
All right, you have 2.5s as well. No,
I didn't like it better than Iron Widow,
Iron Maiden,
Shadow,
Iron Window. Right? It's called Widow. Oh.
I thought you were joking.
I thought it was Iron Window, which would be just a wall, like a metal wall. That's just called a wall.
You made me choke. I'm not doing good this year so far.
Nah, That's bad. I'm proud of you. This is good.
That's bad.
That's what I like to see.
That's all bottom.
This is all bottom,
Here,
baby.
hold that.
Hold that.
Then I read one that I really liked. I was, so I went into this book. I buddy read it with T, A Good Girl's Guide to Murder.
A Good Girl's Guide to Murder.
It is a YA thriller mystery type book, but it was surprisingly well done. The parts that, again, took me out of it a bit was the fact that this, like, 17-year-old girl is, like, solving crime that, like, police and all these other people weren't able to do.
17-year-old.
Saving the day. But in this aspect, I kind of understand because the way they do it is like she was able to talk to people that they wouldn't talk to the police. You know what I mean? Like people her age and people around her, she was able to get information that they wouldn't give the police. So I get it a little bit as to why she was able to piece together certain things. I mean, there were some twists and stuff that I didn't see coming. I enjoyed it. I really did. I liked it better than I thought I was going to like it. And I'm actually buddy reading the second book with T right now, and I'm enjoying it.
There's a sequel?
There's 3.
Does she kill again?
She didn't kill anyone.
But it's her guide to how to kill people.
No, it's a good girl's guide. She's the good girl.
She's the good girl that killed somebody.
No, she didn't. That's not the twist.
That's the twist. I just figured it out.
Here.
She's the good girl that killed somebody.
I think I gave it a 4.
4.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
Look at this.
Pretty good.
We're going to go to the
top. You okay there, buddy?
That's 4 there.
My stummy made a noise.
Stummy?
My stummy.
Is that what it's called?
I came up with that word when I was in like high school.
Stummy. It's like a tummy stomach.
Yeah.
Nice.
I made that up a long time ago. Then our book club book.
Book club book.
So you read this book?
I read this one.
We just had the live stream, so if you have read this book and
listen,
you want to watch it,
flip it around all the way. Show the camera.
These?
I'll do it. So we've read all 3 of those.
They were pretty dope.
Okay. They're all good. Fairly good.
Not like stars, but I think I gave most of them 5.
5, 4.5, one or the other. But this one I would say is my least favorite so far.
Me too. It's sad.
Yeah. I'm probably going to give it a 3.5.
I think I'm giving it a 4.
I liked it enough to not hate it. All right. But
so 3 is hating it?
There were a lot of things in it that I like. If you guys read it and you liked it, go check out the live stream.
Yeah.
We talk all about a lot of stuff on there. And I explained like exactly my biggest gripe with it. And it was this one character's abilities that she had, Ari.
Aristotle.
I liked her and I liked her dad. I think they were the 2 best characters.
By
far.
I'm just finishing all your sentences for you. If you didn't notice, I'm over here like
you do it all the time. I'm gonna make a joke and you're like punchline, and I'm like that's not even I'm not even at that part yet. You know, I'm literally like explaining the plot to the punchline, and you're like punchline, and you just kill it.
Anyway,
and then I get pissed off at you because and then I'm like, me, can you stop ruining my jokes? And then you're like, okay, punchline, and I'm like, stop! It hurts when you punchline me. So yeah, I don't know. Fine. I recommend the other books.
I still enjoyed it. Like I found that there's not much of a plot in this one.
That you also don't have to read the other ones to read this one, and you don't have to read this one to understand the other ones. They're their
There's
own
little Easter
stories.
eggs if you've read the other ones that sometimes you come across in the later books. The one thing I think with this one is it didn't make me laugh like at all, which I was sad funny, because there's parts in all of the other books where I chuckle, at least like giggle a little bit,
or laugh out loud, like literally, like you're sitting there cracking up the whole time you're reading it. Like it's the other ones. There are some really funny parts.
This one wasn't like that. There were 2 parts, however, in it that I really did enjoy a lot. That just gave me like the warm and fuzzy feeling. But other than that,
I think it was because all 3 of the characters were there's basically 3 main characters, and I feel like all 3 of them were too serious, and they were in too much.
I think Ari was supposed to be kind of like your comedic relief, but she really wasn't.
She was just super
like the other
serious.
ones had some sort of comedic relief.
Ish.
A little.
Just because they were like
Jane, and my Calamity Jane was the
you mean the other
relief.
books? I thought you meant the other characters.
No. The other books.
Okay, got it.
Like they all had one character that was like funnier character.
I feel like they were all funny in their own ways.
Like my
all the
plain Jane, I feel like the main character Jane is probably the funny one too. I think I don't know.
I'm saying that all 3 of them were too serious all the time.
So it was a little disappointing. This was our book club book of January.
I gave it a 3.5, and you gave it a 4.
Yeah. A little disappointing.
It was a little disappointing. Agreed.
But I just wanted to mention quickly.
Oh, our next book is. Oh, wait. I want to mention quickly that there is another one coming out that's about the Frankenstein lady,
Mary Shelley.
Mary Shelley. So it's another Mary book. So now I guess they moved on from Jane's to Mary's. Mm-hmm. So maybe there'll be a third Mary.
Probably.
Mary Johnson.
So this is going to be the February club book. The live stream is going to be on February 27th, which is a Sunday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is New York time. Chasing the Boogeyman. If you guys are looking forward to reading this, it's a fairly short book. Please.
It's like 300 pages.
Yeah. Please feel free to join the live stream. Obviously, anyone can join and say their thoughts on the book, and we all just talk about it and sometimes yell about it.
Mary Lamb.
What? Lamb?
Like the one that had the lambs. Do you know any other Marys? Famous Mary, go. Famous Mary, go. Tick tock, tick tock.
I don't know.
Any Mary. Famous Mary. Go.
I can't do this when you're putting me on the spot.
Well, you're on the spot.
Mary I could think of is like historic, like
yes, that's what we're asking for. Historical ones. Go, Mary. Any famous Mary. Go. Any famous Mary.
Next book was my TBR jar.
TBR jar?
The Undead Girl Gang by Lily Anderson. I pretty much got what I expected from this book. It was a little too high school drama for me. I knew there was going to be some going into it. The thing that really bugged me about this book, though, was there were so many inconsistencies. Like, she would come up with these rules and then just forget about them. It's like these undead girls couldn't go a certain distance from the main girl that turned them undead. But then that would be like forgotten about. And it's like all of a sudden they're like roaming around town doing whatever they want. And I'm like, wait, but the girl gets like violently sick whenever they leave her. So how are they running amok? And that's not a problem. Inconsistencies like that, which bug me. I hate when stories have those types of things. So it was okay. Like, it really was just, you know what you're going into, and it was kind of like just a fun time reading it. I enjoyed it enough to finish it, but I really didn't love it. I would probably say I'd give it a 2.5.
Dude, you're doing real good this month. I appreciate it.
I don't understand what you mean by real good, though.
Like, yeah, I'm proud of you because you're like reading stuff and you're giving it bad ratings and you're not being like a fake person. You know, like all those fake people on BookTube that like, oh my God, this book was so good. It's like, oh my God, it was so great. It had like so many good things in it and it was so good. 2.5?
Yeah. I feel like definitely because it's got a lot of diversity and stuff in it. So I feel
oh my
like
God, it had so much diversity.
People would love it for that, but like
so good. That's all that I care about in books is like when they are diverse. Like, oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
The next book I loved. I loved it. I cannot wait. So apparently I think, anyway, first off, it's the Love Hypothesis.
Kylo Ren.
He does kind of look like Kylo Ren.
Yes. Or Adam Driver, as some people like to call him.
I know a lot of people love this book. And
No. Mike.
Mike? Your friend?
No. Mike from Stranger Things.
You said that before, yeah.
Mike from Stranger Things.
One. Yeah.
Okay. Also, so Mike from Stranger Things should play young Snape when he's a kid, and then Kylo Ren should play 30-year-old, 20-something-year-old Kylo or Snape, and then we're good. In the reboot of Harry Potter, he should play Snape.
Anyway,
he has like that deep voice, you know.
I think that this author's written quite a few books, and I think they're all being like re-released or all just coming out quickly. I don't know if she got a publishing deal and now they're all coming out fairly quickly, but she has a lot of books coming out relatively soon, and I'm all about it. Like, this is my type of romance. And I was a little leery going into it because so many people loved this book.
So it sucked, is what you're saying?
No, it was good.
So it's your type of romance, so it was probably garbage. It was probably a garbage book.
I was all about it. It had just like the right level of like
crap,
tension, and like, oh, like
disgusting.
When is it gonna happen? Oh my god!
Bad
and then
things.
it finally happens, and you're like, ah! And then it's like it's just it was like the right amount of tension in a romance. But there was one thing that I didn't like, and it's the freaking miscommunication trope. I can't stand miscommunication. Like,
me neither.
oh, like why don't you just talk to each other?
Yeah.
Just talk.
Just talk it out, bro.
Just tell people how you feel.
Look, it's a misunderstanding.
All the problems in this book would have been solved if they had just talked a little bit.
Just tell the group what's going on.
I mean, it was pretty insane how much was kept hidden for the other person's sake and junk like whatever. I still ate it up. I still loved it. I will read more books from this author. I probably will pre-order like her next books because this one was really freaking good. And I really liked it.
Effing good.
Effing good. It doesn't get a 5 because of the whole miscommunication thing that drove me nuts, but it gives a 4.5.
A 4.5.
It's my favorite book of the month by far. And I just randomly picked it up because on our Discord, T came up with some reading challenges for the month for everybody, and put them on a wheel and spun them. It was a whole thing. So,
what? That sounds awesome.
It was cool. And
if you guys want to join our Discord, you just have to become a patron, and you could join this awesome thing that I'm not a part of. But
you didn't know about.
I didn't even know about it, but that sounds pretty fun. Look how well balanced your thing is so far.
It was pretty good.
Look at that. It's pretty good.
So for January, one of her prompts was to the first book you own on Instagram to read it. So if you go on Instagram, like the first book you see that you own, you read it. So that was actually The Love Hypothesis for me. An animal on the cover, I kind of cheated for that one, and I read...
Books don't pop up for me on Instagram.
I know. My Contrary Mary. You could have gone on mine, though.
No.
My Contrary Mary, because
that breaks the rules.
It said mouse on the cover, so I used that. And then a book box. I cheated because The Love Hypothesis is also a book box book, so I used that for that. Then my last book I read for the month. We're actually doing this really cool thing.
Only for patrons.
For patrons. This book, where I annotated it as I read it. You probably can't see any of it.
You read that fast.
In like a day and a half.
It's pretty impressive. I'm impressed.
So there's my...
It would take me about 3 months.
My pen color is green, Meekachii. So I'm the first one that annotated this. I'm going to be shipping it off now to Canada.
Maybe you should ship it without the sleeve.
Nah.
It'd be less likely to get damaged.
No, because this has a beautiful like baby blue periwinkle cover that'll get completely
what you should
destroyed.
You should wrap it.
Plastic wrap it?
No. Like, remember in high school how we used to have to wrap it?
Paper
I'm serious. To keep it a little bit more protected.
People are gonna want to read it. I read it with the cover on. It was fine. It's supposed to look beat up and junky and kind of just loved by the end of this. The whole point
it's not gonna look
is
loved.
to write in it.
It's gonna look hated by that point.
The whole point is to have it look worn in and used.
You're going to get that back, and it's going to be 3 parts. It's going to be the inside, the cover, and the paper. That's going to be gone.
My people wouldn't do that to me.
Uh-huh.
But anyway, I'm
They'll buy
shipping
you
it out
a new one.
probably tomorrow. But this book drove me kind of nuts. Like, it was entertaining. Don't get me wrong.
Is this the second one?
This is the first one. I'm not going to read the second one.
Oh, great. I'm glad we bought it.
We didn't buy it. It was in my anticipated releases video.
Thank goodness.
And I was
because I remember finding the cover for that. I was just like...
It was in my anticipated releases, but I'm not going to continue.
Interesting.
This main character drove me nuts. Again, she just made such stupid decisions. Oops, I'm getting so heated. I'm hitting stuff.
What's your excuse every other time then?
She was definitely one of those people. I just didn't understand the stupidity. So she is a mystery book writer, okay?
But she's dumb.
But when she was coming across these situations in real life, they were so stupid and idiotic. It was like literally watching a sitcom where it's like everything goes wrong. But then she makes the worst decisions possible. Just awful. Did I see what was coming? not technically the person who did it. I didn't really see coming, but I didn't feel like
spoilers.
Yeah, but the main characters, like I just thought it was a writing style thing. Like I thought that, and maybe I'm wrong. I know this book is very beloved, so I'm really interested to see what everyone else in our Patreon thinks about it. That's going to be swapping this book and reading it, because she was just dumb to me, and I have a feeling that Tia is going to feel the same way as me, and she's going to be the next one to read it. So we will see. I think I gave it a 3.
That's not bad.
No, it was entertaining, like I said, but it was literally like several times throughout this book, I felt like I was getting anxiety from the bad decisions she was making. I was like, you write mystery books for a living. You should know better than this. You don't do certain things.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like
don't go to the basement by yourself.
Anyone that has watched any sort of true crime, anything, knows a little bit about what you should and shouldn't do.
We did it, guys.
Yeah.
I should start rating my books with yours, but put like a border around it that's a different color so we know which ones are mine.
Why? Because yours is embarrassing. Show yours off.
Here it is. Look at my books I read this month. I'm so great.
Dude, I'm doing great so far. I want to keep going. It is like comical.
Don't worry, I will read 11 more books this year.
Okay. Oh, I thought you meant next month.
No,
I
meant this year. Minimum of 11 books more. I will have a total of a minimum of 12.
I'm just having fun, like reading what I want to.
That's what you should do all the time, y'all.
I can't do it all the time. I have stuff.
Then don't buy stuff you don't want to read. How's that?
I do, but my tastes change.
My
tastes change. That's hard to say.
How about this? Buy a book that you're gonna read this month. Read it, then your chase wouldn't change.
I do that more so now than I used to. In fact, we're gonna be filming a book haul next.
All right, guys. So thank you guys for this is our first wrap up of the year, right? So we do this every month. So make sure to read your books, kids. Right? Read them up.
You should take your own advice.
Hey, I'm the adult here, okay? I'm the teacher. I am telling you, do as I say, not as I do. Do as you do and I say, okay? How's that sound? That's how you do and I say. Sound good? Cool. If you guys stay tuned this far, you're going to leave a comment down below for us to let us know. And you're going to include the word Mary.
Let us know a famous Mary.
All right, and then we'll know that you're cool like us.
Maryland.
That's not a Mary. That's a place, you jerk. So, guys, thanks for watching. If you guys want to support the channel, make sure to check out our Patreon. You can also join as a channel member. If you become a patron, you can also join us on Discord and stuff and join in on all that fun book stuff that she does. And say bye, Meek.
Bye, Meek.
Damn it. Bye.